Hi! So, it's the end of May, and I had some goals. I did some of them. It's a short list. I'm working on larger things right now. The end of an army project. So, I got the... So, I'll just show. Let's show, not tell. Ta-da! This is what I worked on. So we got Catacross obviously right here. He's not actually glued to his base. He looks pretty. Hitting on his base. But mostly what I did, right? This guy. So I believe at the start of the month, he was mostly just the bones and the wings, so I did all of the ghosts, all the skulls, painted up the blades with my blacklight fever dream pattern. So what I got left on this guy is actually I need to finish off the base, because his base should match this guy's base. And the rest of my army's base. But that's where I am. So I got a more guest on. He's playable. He's physically playable. And that completes a unit. So those two guys are a unit. That also completes my list that I want to take to tournaments and stuff. And then the next thing I worked on was Catacross. So obviously still not completely done. Yes, he is very, very purple. I am very much aware. The reason why he's purple and not bone like the rest of them, because Catacross ain't not made out of bone. He's he is actually a soul that has been kind of forced into shape by Nagash. So he's closer to a Night Haunt. It's also why in the official artwork he's the lightish blue, the same coloring as the Night Haunts. So, very interesting. Very, very show not tell. Very nice. But because I do my ghosts in purple, I get a nice combination of the statue of David and Thanos. Or as my brain put it, the first time I thought about combining two things, Grape Ape and Jolly Green Giant. Hi, how's my age going? Yes, that's right. I was apparently alive in the 50s. Not really. I'm not that old. I watch a lot of old cartoons when I was a kid. Studied a lot of animation. Looking at becoming an animator. But yeah, we got him done-ish. I got his bone and his wraps here done, his arm. And I've started a little bit of work on the inside of the cape, because I want to paint the inside before I glue this in. That way I can take some green stuff and close up this gap here. Because although like a jacket or something might have a seam there, it doesn't make sense for a cape to have a seam there. So I want to take a little green stuff, clear it off. He's the big name dude for the army. I want him to look nice. I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to do any type of freehand on his cloak or his cape. It's not really a cloak; it's a cape. Because I like doing freehand on my hero model stuff. So we'll paint this up all in the green, and then I'll decide how I want to do that. Yeah, I'm very happy with how he's coming out. He looks extremely out of place on this base, but also surprisingly in base. Like in the scene. Somehow he both does and does not match, and I absolutely. So that is where we're at. That's the rest of the base. Might as well show off everything else, right? Not the only guy on the base. But yeah, so I got the cape to do, the sigil up here, all of this bone work on the top of his head's going to be in silver, kind of like these dudes. You know, make them match, make them feel like they're in the radar. But you know, that's going to take time. But yeah, so I had other goals for this month, and that was not for me to paint my own stuff. That was to get someone else to paint their stuff. And I did indeed have a down and paint day with the fiance, and let me grab what she painted, or well, I guess I should say finished off together. So I almost forgot the other thing I did. Look at this little zombie dude. Ish. So I'm playing around with color schemes for my soul blight. So I was trying to go for real pale skin for my vampires, and I decided to try out some just straight grays and whites. Then I decided to see how I feel with them with like a dark red on them. It mixed the red and purples for like bruising and stuff, because this guy was probably just a farmer back in the day. But yeah, so I got this guy's first test. I got, you know what, 10-ish more other guys to do tests on. Yeah. The thing that me and the missus did was this. So these are some gravestones that are just made out of wood. They're just wood that we bought at Michael's when we last October, obviously, and we decided that, you know, I would burn the phrases, the puns, the grave and deadly puns into the stones. And then she was painting these. This went on hiatus for about, what is it now? 7 months? 7-8 months? Something like that. Before we came back to it. So she wanted to finish this up before doing any other projects. So we went over dry brushing this. We played around with some sponging to get different patterns. We obviously played with a couple washes to, you know, get the water streaks on here. And then, you know, this, I feel like this is a bit more marbled, like stone and stuff on this side. But yeah, and then I took just some flocking with PVA glue and kind of just smooshed it all over the place, just to give it a nice little mossy feel. And yeah, that's what we finished. This took longer than I was expecting. The other thing that I managed to finish today, finished this month, that I'm not grabbing, is I finished painting my owl. So I painted its butt. But since it's oil paint, it's gonna take like 4 weeks. So, household projects, nice and fun and awesome and stuff. So yeah, so that was this month. Overall, good art month. You know, I got one bigger mini down. Like what, this guy is 5 inches tall ish. You know, that's not a small model. You know, and Catacross, since he's a kind of pre-built diorama, I'm going to take my time with him, and especially since he is the name head of my Bone Reaper's army, and I want to dedicate that time and effort to him. Other than that, I've been walking more. And by that I mean I've been actually going out on walks by myself to kind of defuzz the head. You know, as it is. Who would have thought that was good, and that me not doing it for like 3 years straight would be bad for my head. So I kind of want to change up the formats of how I'm doing my videos. In that, I want to try to proactively catch myself going, all the time. Harder to do than it sounds, especially when it's a habit you have to now consciously pay attention to break. On top of that, I want to start nitpicking I heard that. I want to stop nitpicking my editing. My edits, my videos. So in the past what I would do is I was cutting out a lot of the ums I don't want to have in there, and I was also cutting out any sharp breaths that I heard myself take, especially the last video, because I was holding the mic probably too close to myself because the gain is way up on this mic. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Aha! But I don't want my edits to take 2 weeks anymore. I need them to take a shorter amount of time. So I'm going to try to do editing for a video this Saturday. Get it all within 1 day. Now that's hard to do for me because I bounce around a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on. On top of that, I want to re-look at my music. Really what I'm grabbing for music, I'm just grabbing the longest fucking possible thing that I can get from YouTube, and I'm throwing it in the video. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not rewatching the video after doing that, so I'm sure that's easy to tell that that's what Bob's doing. So I want to go through and actually sit and pull like probably about 10 songs that I really want to use that are royalty free, that I don't have to do the tributes things. Which offers that as an option. So that's my current goals. I'm also thinking about changing the format to where I actually record myself painting things. I'm not planning on doing tutorials right now. My mind has them built up as paint-alongs. It's not, here's how you do this, it's, here's what I'm going to do, now I will do it. And then either you can pause the video as I fast forward through it, or watch the entire thing, that type of. And I think what will end up happening is things like Nagash will turn into a multi-part video that will probably look a lot more like a tutorial. Because I'll probably do things like, here's the bone work on him, here's how I'm doing the metal work on him. And I'll talk about why I'm doing those things as well. Because I don't think you can separate those two concepts in my head. But then I think you'll get things like my experiment zombies over here, right? Going to be picking random colors. The only things I know is that I want them to be for my vampires, and I know that either the primary, secondary, or tertiary color is purple. Right now I'm leaning tertiary, because purple is a pretty significant secondary color throughout all of my Bone Reapers, but with my ghosts being purple, it is a primary color. But yeah, so the ghosts with purple is a primary color. The Osiris Bone Reapers, to me, they feel more like it's a secondary color. The green ended up becoming the primary color, oddly enough. So I want to try to figure out what I want to do with that. I don't know if I want to go with some whites, some warm whites, some off-color whites, kind of tans to, like, words, bad. That's a lie. I word vads very, very much and often. I don't words good. But I don't want to use purple, but I'm not sure if I want to use whites, if I want to use blacks. I like the idea of the red, the darker red that I did, where I didn't go up to like a really high saturation red, because I'm known for doing that. That's look at my Bone Reaper. That's what I do with models. So it's going to be a lot of weird push and pull with color theory for a bit on those. I think those might be just interesting kind of thought process videos of here's what I'm doing, here's my thoughts, here's what I'm going to try to do, here's what I'm going to try to use to do it. Let's see how it works. June. Right, so goals for June, right? Goals for June. Catacross. I want to finish Catacross in June. Now, will I? Who knows? It's there's going to be additional difficulties with Catacross, because I want to record things at the same time. Additional difficulties. I'm hoping to start Nagash. Not expecting to, but I'm hoping to start Nagash. So, Catacross will probably still be in this format when I finish him at the end of the month. Gosh, who knows? So, yeah, I think that's it for me. Yeah, I don't have like any glory or glamour shots or anything like that to do. But I'm hoping that the next month is easier on me video wise. We'll see what happens. Until then, take it easy. Take care of yourself. Go on a walk. Have you considered eating a baby? Back rib. They're delicious. Bye, laters.